All right, ladies and gentlemen. So my original reaction to Alabama lifting up the trophy and my original recap video of Alabama versus Ohio State, that video was copyrighted claimed. I had some footage of Nick Saban lifting the trophy. I'm not gonna lie to you, as a small YouTuber, I never thought that this early in the game I would have a copyright strike, but just gotta be more careful. And I just gotta do my second reaction. So I'm pissed off because I literally got that notification at around 5 o'clock or at around 5 o'clock in the morning. So we're doing this again at around. I just went right back to sleep, and I'm doing this now at 8 o'clock. So what is going on, everybody? This is Gen76, aka Gen Sports, back here again, and today I am going to give you guys my reaction of Alabama beating Ohio State for the national championship. And man, one hell of a ride by the University of Alabama. They went through, well, both teams. I'm not going to say just Alabama. Both teams went through a lot of adversity. Both teams went through a lot of just so much crap going in. I mean, you got COVID. I mean, first of all, you had the Big Ten almost literally canceling the season. Well, they did cancel their season, but you had all these teams canceling. And then the threat of the season being gone, and then with COVID striking, and then with and then with these parents, what they kind of have to deal with of sending their players all the way to campus, and these players damn near going through all these different type of protocols, and these guys can't even leave campus. I mean, it's been hell for both programs. And I understand Ohio State had some players out because of COVID, and really they had games canceled on them, and they had just injuries going into the game. Ohio State went through hell, but so did the University of Alabama. Both teams went through hell. So both teams definitely deserve to get to this point. So I just had to get that out the way. Both teams deserve to get there. I know there's no moral victories, but Ohio State fans, listen, don't be disappointed that you guys lost. You guys can be disappointed that you guys lost a football game, but you guys deserve to get here. And most importantly, you got that monkey off your back by beating Clemson. It just wasn't your night today. It just wasn't your night yesterday. But you guys had one hell of a football season. You guys got one hell of a quarterback, one hell of a coaching staff, and I'm sure that Ohio State will be back much stronger than ever. But the University of Alabama deserved to get this national championship, man. I mean, Bama was dominant on the offensive side of the ball. I got to say that. They were dominant on the offensive side of the ball, even though I got to give Pete Golding some credit because, this defense was able to get some stops. You still didn't feel like Ohio State's you still felt like Ohio State's offense was just going to run all over down the field with Alabama's defense. But Alabama's defense capitalized on the opportunities that Ohio State kind of gave them. There were some shots that Ohio State missed, like the fade pass to Garrett Wilson, which was a touchdown. There were just a bunch of opportunities that Ohio State missed on the offensive side of the ball that Alabama ultimately capitalized on. If you're going to beat Alabama, you got to capitalize on opportunities. You got to be successful not through the ground. You got to be successful through the air. And Trey Sermon was hurt in this football game. Trey Sermon was hurt on the first play of the game because DeMarco Helms put his head on Trey Sermon's shoulder, and it might have been a broken collar, but I'm not too sure about the injury. But taking a guy like Trey Sermon out and putting Master Teague, who's more of a downhill runner, but a very, very physical runner, it still didn't kind of felt the same. But at the end of the day, if you're going to beat Alabama, you gotta throw through the air. And I felt like Ohio State did not utilize what made them successful against Clemson last week. What happened with Ohio State? They utilized a 2 tight end system. They used their tight ends in Ruckert and Farrell, and they had those mismatches against Clemson's linebackers, and they targeted them. Now, Chris Olave was also very effective. Chris Olave had 128 yards. Chris Olave only had Chris Olave, prior to really the fourth quarter when the game was pretty much over, had around 2 receptions. That's not going to get the job done. You got to throw the ball against Alabama. And Jordan Battle was out because of a targeting call. That's a miss. You definitely got to try to take advantage of that now. So at the end of the day, Alabama took advantage of everything that Ohio State gave them. And, there were some times where, Mac Jones fumbling the ball and setting Ohio State up in field position. Let's be honest. If you take that away and Alabama's scoring probably 59 points, right? The score was 52-24, but Alabama's scoring 59 points if it wasn't for that Mac Jones type of turnover. Now, who knows? Bama could have probably punted the ball because it would have been 2nd and 16. But the way Devontae Smith was killing that damn defense, who knows? But speaking of Devontae Smith, guys, 12 receptions, 215 yards in the first half. Now in the second half, broke his thumb, but 12 receptions for 250 yards in the first half. One hell of a performance by DeVonta Smith. I couldn't be more proud of what he does, of what he represents for the university, and just he just showcased tonight, ladies and gentlemen, why he's the best, why he was definitely the Heisman Trophy winner, not just the best receiver in the nation. Why not he might not be why he will be a top 5 pick going into next year's NFL draft, but why he was definitely the best player in all of college football, and he showcased today. Unbelievable. And if he never would have got hurt, he probably would have had 300 yards receiving because no one could guard him. Shaun Wade definitely couldn't freaking hold his coffee cup. And Shaun Wade saying that, hey, you know who I want? Well, no, it clearly wasn't DeVonta Smith because your best performance was against when you were on John Mechie, and even John Mechie killed Shaun Wade on some route patterns. So just an unbelievable performance by DeVonta Smith. The offensive line, let's give these guys credit, ladies and gentlemen. The offensive line was dominant. They were dominant. Now, granted, Ohio State missed a couple of players. They missed Tyreek Smith, and they lost Tommy. I'm not going to pronounce his last name, but they lost TT on that defensive line. But Haskell Garrett is just as effective as TT. I understand, again, Tyreek Smith, that's a big loss. I think that you're losing your best interior pass rusher. But Ohio State's got the depth to kind of replace those guys. Zach Harrison came back. I know he wasn't playing last week, and Tyler Friday wasn't playing last week. So you get both those guys coming back from this football game. So, Alabama was still able to hold it down. And shout out to Chris Owens. I've been hard on Chris Owens, but Chris Owens held his own today. I know Landon Dickerson. I know if he was, just imagine if Landon Dickerson was playing. My goodness. But Chris Owens was in there, man, and he did his thing. Again, he wasn't dominant, but he wasn't a weakness of this offensive line. And that was one of my biggest questions on my live stream was he going to be the biggest weakness of this football team? And Chris Owens had one hell of a performance. Chris Owens did his job today, and I got to give him credit. Pretty much, with the protection plans, really pointing out the what type of defensive formations they were in, what the line was held up in. I got to give a huge shout out to Chris Owens. Jalen Waddle, what a warrior. This dude, I kept screaming in my live stream, just take him out the game. I don't want him in this football game. I don't want him in this football game. But Jalen Waddle, he was literally waddling today, guys. He was hopping. He could barely run. He was clearly in pain. And the dude's playing on a recovered fractured ankle, man. The ankle might be sprained. I'm not too sure. But he is not at 100%. He's clearly not 100% recovered from that injury. And he was playing in so much pain. And the fact that he played in 6-7 snaps, no, more than that. He played in 11 snaps of football, caught about a couple receptions for around 26 yards. The fact that he was able to, 3 receptions, the fact that he was able to come back, ladies and gentlemen, and not only play, not only just get in the game, because Landon Dickerson, he was hurt, but he got in the game in the last snap. Jalen Waddle played in this game in unlimited snaps, but just the amount of pain that he was going through, and to see his expression, everyone he was on the sideline, and just the grimacing that he went through. Jalen Waddle is a warrior, man, and he doesn't need to come back next year. Jalen Waddle needs to go to the NFL, get your millions. He shouldn't even play in this game. But shout out to Jalen Waddle, man, just unbelievable effort from what we was able to see from tonight. Christian Barmore was definitely our best defensive player. Huge shout out to Christian Barmore. He's probably going to go to the NFL. He showcased why he's going to be why he should be a first round pick. Dominated the interior of Ohio State's offensive line. Pat Surtain, I felt like had a pretty decent day for the most part. Brian Branch as a slot corner, I felt like had the best day in the secondary. Just one hell of a performance. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm still a little pissed off that YouTube had to copyright my crap, because I literally had a quick 6-minute video, and I was in tears and shit, but it is what it is. Nick Saban, 7 national championships. He has finally surpassed the Bear for the most national championships. 6 national championships at the University of Alabama. And it's just unbelievable. It's an unbelievable ride. I said this on the copyright video, but Nick Saban, if he is the GOAT, he's the greatest of all time. And this is by far his best coaching job. This is by far Nick Saban's best coaching job of his career. Because look at what he had to go through. No spring ball, no strength and conditioning for the winter and for the spring. You had to deal with no, and not just that. Let's talk about his number 1 recruiting class that's coming in. No visits. He couldn't visit these kids. These kids could even come to the University of Alabama, and not only does he win a national championship, he gets the #1 recruiting class without these kids visiting Tuscaloosa. His staff leaving left and right, having to deal with the season potentially being canceled. Then you have to deal with all these protocols that these kids have to go through. You have to do all that with these kids having to have the required GPA in order for them to play. Then you catch COVID, not once. You have a false positive the first time, but then you catch COVID again, this time being real, and you still get this team to not only go 13-0 and win 10 games in SEC play, the first team to do it, by the way, and probably the only team to do it, but you win a national championship against an Ohio State team that destroyed Clemson. Just one hell of a ride, man. I mean, there's just so much to say. But I'm going to talk about that in my recap stream. I'm going to talk about that in my recap stream later on tonight. So make sure you guys stop by if you guys can. Again, one hell of a ride. Proud to be an Alabama football fan. Proud of these guys. Proud of Nick Saban. Proud of Devontae Smith. Mac Jones. I didn't even talk about Mac Jones today, guys. Mac Jones was a freaking warrior out there. He hurt his knee trying to, because he can't slide. Hurt his knee, but broke Joe Burrow's record for most passing yards in a game. 5 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. Just one hell of a performance by these guys. I'm out of words now, but man, I couldn't be more proud of these guys. I really couldn't, man. It's unbelievable. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you guys can stop by the live stream. I'm gonna be and we're gonna talk more about the recap between Alabama and Ohio State. But Ohio State fans, don't hang your heads. You guys played an absolute phenomenal football game. You guys didn't play a great football game, but god damn it, you guys got here. You guys got to this point, and I couldn't be more proud of you guys today. Couldn't be more proud of Ohio State getting to this point, and I know that you guys will be back stronger. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys like this video, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe. We got more content on the way. And by the way, I'm also going to be doing a lot of seasonal recaps of a lot of these teams, so definitely be on heads up for these videos. But anyway, Jan716, aka Jan Sports. I will check you guys out later tonight, and I'm out. Peace.